Alrighty. Just to start, in the primetime address, the speaker made claims regarding the integrity of the U.S. election system. Let's start off with your general reaction to what we just heard.
You know, it is disappointing, but not surprising because I think the president is setting up to undermine the results of the election that's upcoming. He is making another effort at recycling these claims that he's been making for a very long time, none of them that stand up to scrutiny or evidence. What Oregonians should know is that our elections are safe, they are accurate, they are fair. They are on paper ballots. They are verified by signatures. They are audited. They are recounted when necessary. So this is a fundamental bedrock of democracy. And I think this president knows that Americans are unhappy. And I think he fears the accountability that an election will bring. So we are going to continue running safe, accurate, fair elections in Oregon. My responsibility is to defend the right of Oregonians to hold politicians accountable. And I'm going to do that every single time.
Yeah, I know the address, it also pushed for new federal laws on voter ID and registration. Um, if those laws were actually to come into play, to actually pass, what does that mean for Oregon's vote by mail system, if it does mean anything?
Well, we run elections by mail here because it works. We've been doing this for 30 years because Oregonians prefer it, because it allows people to fit that really important act of voting into busy lives. In Oregon, you don't have to stand in line to vote. You don't have to take time off work or get a babysitter. And you get the time to make an informed choice that reflects your priorities and your values. More states in the country ought to be doing that because we get higher turnout at lower cost with greater security, and we provide that check on government so that it remains accountable to the people. The president has not succeeded in passing that legislation because Congress knows it is reckless and unnecessary and expensive and is solving a problem that doesn't exist. So I think we feel very confident about our system, and the Constitution makes it very clear. The president does not have a role in running elections. That is reserved to the states. And that is something, again, that we are going to defend every time.
I think maybe for the average Oregonian, we've been given these new claims essentially. So for the average voter, what do these claims mean? Does this mean something is going to change with the voting system? What is really next here? Is there any work to be done by our state government?
Oh, look, we are always looking for ways to make our system stronger, more secure, and more convenient for eligible people to vote. But the president's claims do not stand up to evidence. Nothing is going to change in Oregon's system of elections right now. You are going to get, as an eligible registered voter, a ballot in the mail. You will have approximately 3 weeks to fill it out. You can use any resource you want. You can talk to family and friends and neighbors. You can read, you can verify claims, you can do all of that stuff before you make your choices, and then you can get the ballot back. The best way to do that is by using a drop box so you don't have to worry about delays at the Postal Service. And you can be confident that your paper ballot will be counted accurately because it will.
Mm. And lastly, Secretary, is there anything I didn't ask about that you would like to add?
I think I would just remind Oregonians to take all of this in context, to realize that over the course of 250 years in this country's history, we've done a lot of things. But one thing we have never done is to alter the right of Oregonians and Americans to hold politicians accountable. That's what voting is all about. We're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, and each vote is a voter's declaration of independence. It says they get to help determine the course of our shared future. So don't let these claims that do not stand up to evidence get in the way of your right to vote. When your ballot comes, consider it. Make a good choice for yourself, fill it out, get the ballot back so that your voice can be heard and government can be held accountable. That's my job as your Secretary of State, and I will defend Oregonians' right to vote forever.
Alrighty, I'm going to end it there, Secretary.